What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, our newer, more news-based section that we're running whenever we see new things happening in and around the world of international music. And today, this is going to be a very interesting one. We've already posted the story earlier about WizKid moving to the top of the world music charts again with Made in Lagos. Fantastic stuff. But we are talking more about singles that are dropping this week. Now, it's looking like it's going to be a very busy week for new music this week in regards to new singles that are dropping and new videos. We've just seen a brand new one drop from Fanatics alongside the likes of Idris Elba, Lil TJ, Mo Logo, Davido, and Coffee. Incredible lineup on this one. It goes by the name Vroom. The audio's already out now, I believe, but the video is going to be dropping very, very soon. It sounds wicked link up. Fanatics, always on point. We've also seen that the No Wahala remix from Wonder Banton is going to be dropping tonight at midnight. Very exciting stuff again. I'm looking forward to seeing how that one sounds. You can definitely check out the reaction on this channel tomorrow. However, we are going to be getting into a bit more of a specific single today as we see the artwork finally announced for this one. It is, of course, the likes of Justin Bieber alongside OMAH. Well, it's OMAH featuring Justin Bieber, let's be real, with Attention. They've literally just dropped the artwork on Twitter. Very exciting stuff. They kind of semi-announced this one last week, and we saw a couple of sort of very discreet tweets from OMAH, basically just saying name, and a date, basically saying buy yourself a decent pair of headphones for the Friday, and then today, we've seen the artwork land. The artwork looks very good. They're in the same place, which means this was most likely done realistically on the video shoot by the looks of things. It wouldn't surprise me at all if these are the outfits they're wearing in the video shoot, because obviously they're based in different countries. It makes sense to kind of make the most out of the sort of live environment when they're both in it. Very exciting stuff indeed. Now, OMAH is in a bit of an unusual position. Obviously, he's had a couple of huge hits over the last few years. Obviously, Understand, a massive hit last year. Massive. One of the biggest tunes of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. Free My Mind followed that, and I was a little bit underwhelmed with Free My Mind, if I'm entirely honest with you. It felt a little bit like it was a record that had been churned out, not to the same kind of caliber as Understand, and it felt like a tad weaker. Good tune, don't get me wrong, but when we get the standards that we've been seeing from OMAH over the last couple of years, you want him to maintain those standards the entire way through. We also saw him drop a beg on DJ Neptune's Greatness 2.0. Again, another huge collab. That one of my favourite tracks on there, one of my favourite tracks of last year. But apart from that, on the sort of solo spectrum, it's been a long time since he dropped something on his own. Obviously, this is a collaboration, but it's still like an original that isn't sort of like part of an album or part of a wider project. Free My Mind was the last time I think he dropped a solo standalone release, which is very interesting indeed, especially when he's got so much momentum around him. I remember earlier on in the year, he was doing a lot of sort of live, cool PA performances, a lot of stuff over on the BBC. They obviously do like the Sounds of the Year sort of performances. He was doing a lot of that sort of stuff. I was under the impression he was playing a fair few live shows as well. So it was kind of bizarre to see him not really release much towards the end of the year. However, this is a collaboration. You can probably wait for it. It's a collaboration. You can probably sit down and wait and allow the hype to build up for, if we're being realistic, because obviously, if we're being honest, Justin Bieber is one of the biggest artists in the world. He was one of the biggest artists in the world 5 years ago. He'll be one of the biggest artists in the world in 5 years' time. He is literally that popular. I was looking at the most viewed people on Spotify monthlies. He's been in and around the top 5 for the best part of the last 5 years. So it's crazy to see. More than anything else, how the kind of global scales are tipping and how we are seeing more and more of these sort of international superstars slowly but surely start to like pulsate towards essentially a combination of Afrobeat and Amapiano sounds. We're seeing it so often now. Obviously, the likes of Drake has been doing it for a long period of time. Ed Sheeran's the sort of biggest name recently to do this with, of course, that Fireboy DML remix. We've seen Tyga in and around this area a few times. We've seen, obviously, the likes of Chris Brown alongside Davido a fair few times. And this isn't Justin Bieber's first time in this area either. Obviously, he's collaborated on the Essence remix before, but prior to that, we did see him link up with Burna Boy on his most recent album for a track called Loved by You. And again, this was an interesting one. It definitely felt like on that tune that Justin Bieber was more than anything else trying things a little bit different. Like, we've known for a while he's quite versatile. He's able to kind of shift his sound into a lot of different places, which, if we're being honest, most of the most popular artists in the world are able to do. They're able to kind of accumulate fan bases across different genres and sounds, and he's definitely someone that's been able to do that, especially in recent times. He's very much moved away from that original sort of young pop star angle. He's very much become more of this, like, essentially a very versatile vocalist who's able to work in a lot of different areas and sounds. This is going to be a very interesting collaboration. I have no idea what to expect from it. I think, realistically, we're likely to see a Justin Bieber verse. Although the track is titled OMAH and Justin Bieber, I can't help but feel we're likely to maybe get a 24-bar verse from Justin, and that'll be kind of the whole thing. I would love it if it's an entire collaboration with both of them going back and forth and kind of interweaving their vocals, similar to how the Fireboy DML remix was with Ed Sheeran, and similar to how we've heard other bits over the years. I just genuinely don't know what to expect with this one. As far as I'm aware, it's come moderately out of the blue. We found out about it at the start of last week, and since then it's been pretty much touched on a couple of times by OMAH's Twitter page. Apart from that, I haven't really seen too much about it. It's going to be really interesting, more than anything else, to see how the world takes to this one, to see if they do pick it up and take it in. I think there is such high potential with this one, because when you look at the kind of again, I want to kind of say up-and-coming heavy hitters. You've got the likes of Rema, you've got the likes of OMAH in there. You've got there's numerous people on this kind of list. What's his name? Kiddy being another one on that sort of list as well. Fireboy, to an extent, is obviously in that bracket as well, although I feel Fireboy has now kind of ascended into the next level. There are so many artists in this kind of bracket that I suppose one sort of superstar collaboration away from entering this sort of realm, and I think this one could well be the moment where we see OMAH become a global artist, the way we've seen Fireboy become a global artist, the way we've seen CK kind of do it without the collaboration status. He's kind of done that more on a solo basis. Obviously, we've heard collaborations, but they haven't been like the main sort of front of what he's been doing. It's mainly been him and then remixes rather than straight up collaboration. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the world takes to this one. I've got very high hopes for it, and as always, you can definitely check out a reaction on this channel the day it lands. We'll be probably waiting up till midnight to do it if it does land at midnight. If not, we'll most likely be doing the video on the Thursday night, or doing it on the Friday, but there'll definitely be a reaction up very, very quickly after the either video or audio drops, whatever drops first, basically. Very excited, though. Always excited to see new OMAH, and it's always good to see international names kind of drifting towards the sound. It's something I very much enjoy witnessing, but let me know in the comments down below, guys. How do you think this one's going to go? Do you think this one's going to be a success? Do you think it'll be a commercialized flop? Do you think it's going to be a tune that actually echoes through the ages? Let me know in the comment section down below whether you think this one is going to take off in the way that I think it potentially could, if the recent collaborations that we've been seeing are anything to go by. Do let me know down below. As always, my friends, it's been so good to talk to you, and if you have enjoyed this more sort of news-based conversation, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like and leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.